Hi everyone, John Cheetham here, back with another 5-minute fix. This one's all around about pitching, and it's following our session this morning, and it worked fantastic for Isabel in our coaching session. So we're discussing how the wrists behave on a pitch shot. Now, what I think when we get into a pitching style, so the setup for a pitching shot, we want to get 60% of our weight on our left hand side, and the key difference really between a chip and a pitch is how we use the wrists. So with a chip shot, the wrists are staying fairly firm here, not too much room in the wrists. But as we progress up to the pitch shot, you'll notice my hands go further up here, really getting this nice angle here in my wrist. Okay, so if I'm face on here trying to hit a shot, the key with a pitch shot, once you've got a nice set to the left, we are trying to establish this angle with our wrist. And what we learned in the group session this morning, a lot of ladies in the class doing this wrist position a little bit too late in the process. So a lot of golfers this morning getting the club up here and then thinking about setting the wrists in that second stage. If you watch how my wrist moves through the swing, this is a good drill. Just take your right hand off the club and just try and feel this wrist set is happening when my hands are in line with my right pocket on the way back. So I'm really establishing that nice angle in the wrist. And absolutely key to this is how we hold it in that left hand. So we've got to ensure the left hand is very much holding it in the fingers of the grip here, and then we've got the two knuckles showing. Okay, if we hold it in this fashion here, where just one knuckle is showing on my left hand, I can't get the wrist to hinge this way. It won't hinge backwards. So we've got to get the left hand further over, hold it in the fingers of the club, and even with one hand here on the club, my wrist sets lovely. I get that nice angle, and we're trying to create this 90-degree angle between the shaft and the forearm. Call that the L position. And if we do that, when you come down to impact, the club will naturally contact with the ground and the ball will lift up in the air. So I'm going to try a couple of shots here. Weight on your left hand side. A lot earlier on the wrist set, just try that on the range next time you're practicing. And I can get a really nice contact on the golf ball. I've turned to target. And the final tip that worked great for Isabel and can work great for you guys at home as well, just take your time with that backswing position. Okay, if you rush it, then you won't be able to get the time to hinge them wrists. So it's nice, smooth backswing. I've got my wrist set a bit earlier than you might think, and then I can turn through. And that early set of the wrist allows us to hit down on the ball and get some lovely lift on it, and that's an ideal pitching action. So next time you're pitching, give that a go. Think about how you work the wrist, think about how you're holding the left hand, make sure it's in the fingers to get that nice wrist hinge, and then turn through, and the loft of the club should lift the ball nice and high for you. Hope you enjoyed that video in our 5-minute fix playlist. Be sure to subscribe to our channel, hit the like button if that one worked for you, and I'll be back very, very soon with more 5-minute fixes.